Number one in the USA this week in 1975, a song based on true life experiences out of New Orleans, known for some houses of ill repute, and part of it is sung in French. The songwriters handed it to Patti LaBelle, taught her the French parts, and she didn't ask any questions. Later, she learned she'd been singing, "Do You Want to Sleep With Me Tonight?" She said, "Say what?" It makes our list of songs with nonsense lyrics, thanks to the memorable refrain, "Gitchy, gitchy, ya, ya, da, da," which is not French. In 1982, Steve Miller had to beg Capitol Records to release this nonsense record. The label hated it, but Steve told them audiences in other countries loved it. It ended up being Steve's last big hit, going all the way to number one. It's Abracadabra.
I heat up, I can't cool.
Big 106.9. The Final Express continues with David Carroll.
We're sponsored by Chattanooga Allergy Clinic, Silverdale Baptist Academy, and the Refinery on Macaulay. Every song we play this weekend includes lyrics that are gibberish, gobbledygook, and include words like Saba, Sibi, Saba, Nubi, Abba, Naba, Lili, Lolo. So let's answer the Lane Lyric Challenge. It's a hit from the 1969 Broadway musical Hair, a song that exemplifies the era like no other. You could almost feel the love beads and smell the incense. Good Morning Starshine by Oliver on your Vinyl Express. Oh, the best songs are the ones that make you smile the moment you hear the first note. And many of the nonsense hits we're playing this weekend do just that. Like this 60s record by the Human Beings, a remake of an old Isley Brothers tune. It's all about the shing-a-ling and the boogaloo. It's called Nobody But Me, and in a mere 2 minutes and 10 seconds, this group says no more than 100 times and nobody 46 times.
No, 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 no.
Every song we play includes words that make no sense, and it's one of the most fun themes we've done in a while. This one is called Sha-La-La, Make Me Happy. It was a big hit in 1974. And you know, if more people would listen to Al Green, we'd have a lot more love in the world. You'll notice today's show doesn't make any sense. We're sharing the stories behind the greatest nonsense records ever, like this one from The Police. In 1980, Sting wrote this when he became interested in songs with nonsense lyrics like Do-Wah-Diddy-Diddy, which is coming up soon. He wanted to write a song like that. He claimed it was his 4-year-old son, Joe, who came up with the title, Da-Do-Do-Do, Da-Da-Da-Da. Can you think of some silly songs that made it to your radio? Here's the 1964 hit that knocked the Beatles, Rolling Stones, Supremes, and Beach Boys out of the #1 spot for 3 straight weeks. Nobody had ever heard of Manfred Mann, but they loved Do-Wah-Diddy-Diddy. In 1975, the Doobie Brothers scored with a tune that wasn't supposed to be a hit. It was a B-side, but everybody liked it better than the A-side. Inspired by the adventures of Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn and sung by Patrick Simmons, it's Black Water on the Vinyl Express. When we heard that on our car FM radio for the first time, we said, wow, so that's why stereo speakers were invented. It's Black Water from the Doobies, one of those songs we taped right off the radio on our cassette tape recorder this week in 1975. Also in our record collection, a beautiful love song by a man born Claude Russell Bridges in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We knew him as Leon Russell. This is one of those songs that takes you back to a special place in time. A one-of-a-kind voice, great sax solo, and touching lyrics. It's no wonder he was Elton John's idol. This is Lady Blue.
Well, you're showing me a different side.
On the Vinyl Express 1975 hour, the Ozark Mountain Daredevils singing about Jackie Blue making wishes that never come true. Although some listeners thought it was sung by a lady, the lead singer was actually the group's drummer, Larry Lee. We're recalling the glory days of vinyl 45s before computers and auto-tune. That's why we call this the greatest music ever recorded. What were you doing in 75? Maybe snapping pics with your Polaroid. Wait 60 seconds, peel it off, and boom, you got an instant photo. It just doesn't get any better than that. We're playing the soundtrack of your life on vinyl 45s, scratches and all. All right, guys, I don't usually give out romantic advice, but I'll make an exception here. Listen carefully to this Tony Orlando song, and when you wake up in the morning, just look her in the eyes and say what Tony says.
Morning beautiful, it's morning and your beautiful land.
And every song we play fits into our theme, the songs that include the 5 senses: see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Here's a touch song from the Grateful Dead. Back in 1987, this became their first and only top 10 single. Original member Bob Weir was here in Chattanooga last weekend, celebrating his 60th anniversary with the band. A touch of gray on the Vinyl Express.
Must be getting early.
On the Vinyl Express, the #1 song from this week in 1969 by Marvin Gaye. In fact, it topped the charts for 7 weeks. I heard it through the grapevine. A breakup song that bounced around Motown for 2 years before Marvin got a hold of it. Smokey Robinson, the Isley Brothers, even Gladys Knight recorded it. But only Marvin had that magic touch. What do all of our songs have in common? Well, we're covering all the 5 senses: see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Like this one, Don't Look Back. Here's Boston. A few minutes ago, we played a Supreme song from the 60s. Well, by the 70s, Diana Ross had gone solo and had plenty more hits. Which of her many hits do you think was the hardest for her to sing? According to Miss Ross, it was Touch Me in the Morning. She had to stay up all night just to get this one right.
Touch me in the morning.
As we recall the most popular Vinyl Express themes ever, my personal favorite was suggested by a teacher in Marion County. She sent me a list of vinyl era hits with bad grammar, and that show was so popular, we did another bad grammar show. So let's open the envelope for our Bad Grammar Viney Award. Second runner-up goes to You Haven't Done Nothing by Stevie Wonder. First runner-up is Don't Come Around Here No More by Tom Petty. And as for the winner in our bad grammar category, it can't get no better than this. In 2018, we did a Best of Motown show, and believe me, it wasn't easy narrowing that down to 2 hours. And in our Viney Awards, we must announce 2 finalists and 1 winner. So third runner-up goes to Someday We'll Be Together by Diana Ross and the Supremes. First runner-up is Easy by the Commodores. And the winner is a song written by Smokey Robinson, who generously handed it off to the Temptations because, in his opinion, it was perfect for the voice of lead singer David Ruffin. As usual, Smokey was right. It's our top Motown song and the answer to our Lane Lyric Challenge. And just like that, we've taken our final ride on the Vinyl Express, ending a super fun 7-year run on this amazing radio station. Our thanks to Brewer Media Group, locally owned and operated. They gave this show a chance and have been a joy to work with. It's important for me to keep this music alive, and thanks to Big 106.9, you can still hear it every hour of every day. So please continue to support this station and its sponsors. Special thanks to some folks who've supported our show since day one. Chattanooga Allergy Clinic, Food City, Chattanooga Funeral Home, Rick Davis Golden Diamonds, Silverdale Baptist Academy, Tennessee Valley Federal Credit Union, Lane Funeral Home on Ashland Terrace, Check Into Cash, Jody Millard Heating and Cooling, the Tivoli Foundation, Chattanooga Coca-Cola, and the Refinery on Macaulay. Many others have joined in as well, and we appreciate them all. Our final award goes to the theme of goodbye songs. Second runner-up is Goodbye Yellow Brick Road by Elton John. First runner-up, If You Leave Me Now by Chicago. And this is the award winner and our final Express song. I'm David Carroll. I hope you'll continue to follow me on Local 3 News, on ChattanoogaRadioTV.com, Facebook, Twitter, and my books. Keep the music close to your heart. Neither one of us wants to be the first to say goodbye. Gladys Knight and the Pips.
It's sad to think